Hello out there and welcome to the newspaper review here on TAV TV. My name is Obed Jerry, your host for today. And yes, this is where we get to discuss with people on the street. We are the streets of Port Harcourt. Like you could see around me, we get to discuss the headlines with people on the street. We get to see their reactions as regards these headlines making rounds on the papers. Well, you can also be a part of this show. Do also subscribe to our channel if you're yet to subscribe. Turn on your notification button. Connect with us across all our social media platforms. So that we'll drop our notifications consecutively. You get to receive it. Well, before we discuss with people on the street, let's first look into the newspaper headlines and see what the stories look like. First, we'll be looking at the Punch newspaper today being Thursday, 28th March 2024. We will see as headline here. It says, President's 50-member emergency teams get 6 months to rescue economy. Sub-story under that reads, Shetima, 13 ministers, 5 governors, Dangote, Elumelu, others make list. Details of the story is found on page 19. SIM NIN. Subscribers kick against Friday deadline. Demand extension. Details is found on page 20. On the main story here, it says, Slain soldiers burial. Tinubu insists on killers arrest as families demand justice. Sub-story under that reads, Killers won't go unpunished. President vows, confers posthumous national honor on slain soldiers. Another sub-story under that reads, Federal government orders benefit payment within 90 days. Families get scholarships, houses, COAs mourn. Details of this sad story is found on page 2 and 3. May the soul of those fallen heroes rest well. Right, still on the newspapers here, you can see it says, Anambra drivers protest, allege multiple taxation, official harassment. Details is found on page 4. Police arrest 26 suspected car snatchers, fake inspectors in Rivers. Details is found on page 4 and 5. Navy hands over arrested fishing vessels, 15 suspects to Edo. Details is found on page 13, and that's all we'll be taking on the Punch newspaper. And moving on, we'll be looking at the Nation's newspaper. You see here it says, Uzodinma Otu, Sanwo-Olu to reconcile aggrieved APC members. Details is found on page 5. Tinubu orders creation of single-digit tax system. Sub-story that reads, move to support growth. Details is found on page 7. Eno gives traders 1.5 billion naira interest-free loans. Details is found on page 6. Barges, illegal refinery sites destroyed in Rivers. Details is found on page 6. Tomorrow, Monday, are public holidays. Details is found on page 3. NAFDAC intercepts drug in Onitsha. Details is found on page 26. You can see here it says, Labour Party returns Abure, reserves 2027 presidential ticket for Obi. Sub-story under that reads, Ajero rejects convention outcome. Details of this story is found on page 4. CBN measures unsettles forex market in Lagos, Abuja. Details is found on page 4. At the main story here, it says, Tinubu raises 2 critical economic coordination team. Sub-story under that reads, panel to monitor, evaluate key initiatives. If you want to know more of this story, please pick a copy of the Nation's newspaper and turn into page 5. You can see here it says, slain army, 17 buried. Families get houses, scholarship. Details is found on page 4. Ohanaeze threatens lawsuit against federal government over additional states in southeast. This sub-story under that reads, Pan-Igbo group reiterates call for restructuring, power devolution. While this is a very good one to want more states in the southeast, I feel like it's a misplacement of priority at the moment. We are battling with hardship and transport and suffering as regards trying to survive as a country. Now we are talking about creating new states. Well, the federal government knows what to do more on this. Still on the newspapers, you can see it says, Edo 2024, PDP, APC, Labour Party, 14 others set for September 21 governorship poll. Details is found on page 5, and that's all we'll be taking on the Nation's newspaper. And lastly, we'll be looking at the Daily Sun newspaper. You can see here it says, Dangote, Elumelu, Cardoso, Rabiu, Agbaje appointed into Presidential Economic Coordination Council. Sub-story under that reads, President's Chairman, Shetima Vice Chairman. Details is found on page 7. Ohanaeze demands more states in Southeast. Sub-story under that reads, Power devolution also. Afenifere set to unveil new working documents for Nigeria's coexistence. Details is found on page 6. Obasanjo prefers solution to banditry kidnapping. Sub-story under that reads, says youth employment will curb menace. Details is found on page 28. APC names Uzodinma Otu, other parties zonal coordinators. Details is found on page 28. Easter, IPOB vows to secure Southeast. assures investors, travelers of safety. Details is found on page 27. EKEDC crisis escalates as shareholders fight over control. Details of the story is found on page 25. Labour Party. NLC rejects Abure's re-election. Party reserves 2027 presidential ticket for Obi. Details is found on page 7. Pensioners in Akwa Ibom threaten street protest. Vows to block governor's lodge. Details is found on page 7. Amid tears, commendation at burial. Tinubu offers scholarship to slain soldiers' children. Sub-story under that reads, President's chairman, Shettiman vice chairman, who will get killers, Army chief, Lagbaja vows. Details is found on page 4. And lastly, it says, federal government may sanction states over non-implementation of new minimum wage. Details is found on page 23, and that's all we'll be taking on the Daily Sun newspaper. Now let's get to see the reactions of people on the streets. Let's get to hear what they have to say as regards these headlines. Stay tuned. All right. Good day.
Good day, sir.
Welcome, sir. I'd like your thoughts on the Daily Sun that says Ohanaeze demands more states in Southeast.
Yeah, the demand is okay, but
The period of time it's coming.
why now? Why now are they demanding for the new states or more states when the one we have has not survived? Yes, has not survived, or they are not doing anything to alleviate the poverty in the land. So, is it more states that will bring an alleviation of poverty in the area? You understand? So if the current one is not surviving on their own, so why are they asking for more states? You understand? That's the one hand. When you come for the other hand, yes, if you look at all the different zones, you see that the southeast is being shortchanged. You understand? Other ones have six, but the southeast is having 5. Why? You come for the local government, some, very few. You see, this is a political this thing from the government to shortchange, to cutting the southeast short. You see, when you look at the area, all the people that are close to them, you see, once you are the other side, they say, no, you are no more southeast, you are the other side. Think of River State.
Exactly.
You think of River State. Yes, he said half of River State is ought to be southeast. You see? But because of they have created them to this side, they say, yeah, no southeast. No. I don't from southeast. They are, yes, south. You see? But whereas there are more of southeast than south. You see? You go to Cross River. You see Cross River? Cross River is almost southeast. But because they are here, yes, Ogoja side, all those Obubara and the Itigidi side, they are southeast. But because they have got their side, no. They are now south. But they are almost southeast. So when you look at it, the government want to reduce the southeast to small so that they can have power to ask for anything. You see? So what they are asking is in order. But if they can survive on their own, it's good.
And we know that bringing out another government would cost expenses for the new governors to have government houses, allowances, salaries, and all that.
That is the government this thing. Responsibility.
All right, one last question, sir. Some persons are saying that this Ohanaeze union is not useful to Southeasterners. What do you have to say about that?
You cannot completely say they are not useful.
Exactly.
Yeah, but because they are social organization fighting for the betterment of the people, the culture of the people. When you go to the west, they have Afanifere. You come to east, you have Ohanaeze. You come for
The north,
yes. If you come for south, they also have it where Edwin Clark is heading them. So all these are the regional political yes, that fight for the good of the people. So they are useful because they are force telling the government, look at what my people want. look at what my people need. So
Because on this story, Ohanaeze is saying that if the government does not heed to this, they are ready to sue the government to court.
yes, because they have had a grant. Do you understand?
They have good reasons.
To do so. But even if you sue government, when you use anything,
Exactly.
and you cannot find who that is feeding you. You understand? You can't use anything. It's a continuous demanding. Let them continue demanding than going to court. Yes, than going to court, because court in Nigeria, my brother, is only for the government. Yes, the court in Nigeria is only for who? For government. I said it.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
All right, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome. I would like your thoughts on the Daily Sun that says Ohanaeze demands more states in Southeast.
Their demand of more states is not the problem of Southeast for now. So even though they create more states, it will not solve the problem of Southeast. So we don't need more states at the moment in the Southeast.
So what do you think is the problem of Southeast?
The problem of Southeast, although in Southeast we don't have problem, is only one thing all Southeast are demanding from federal government to do for them. So the only thing we are demand for Southeast is for releasing of the mass number count. That is the only thing that they will do for Southeast, and everybody will be happy.
Okay, now look at how Southeast is at the moment and how things are going in Nigeria. Do you think if they release Nnamdi Kanu, there will be peace in Southeast and other regions?
Based on the interview, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he said that if they release him, that he give them 2 minutes for everywhere to be calm. He said that no one will oppose his order once they give him the freedom.
But you think it's possible?
So we believe, although all people in the Southeast, they believe him and they follow him up, whatever he said that they will do it. But as for me, I believe that when they release him, there will be peace in Southeast.
All right, so we could see that southeastern states are just five states: Abakaliki, Abia State, Ebonyi State, Anambra State, Enugu State, and Imo State. Just 5 states. Do you think these 5 states can cope on their own as a country?
These 5 states,
knowing how the economy is at the moment,
these 5 states, there are some other states that will join them to make up their demand. So I believe that these 5 states, including other 4 states or more 5, at least, there will be enough space for them.
Now, seeing how Ohanaeze is coming out to say so many things, some persons are saying that the Ohanaeze union is not relevant, it's not helping matters in Southeast. What do you have to say about that?
In this Ohanaeze, they are doing business. Because all Ohanaeze is doing, they focus on their own profit and how they will do so that the interest of federal government will protect them. That's what they are. They don't even care of masses. So they are on their own. Because one person cannot say that whatever he said, that is everybody will follow him. But why nobody is following them? They're just on their own in a round table. Answering Ohanaeze.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, this is where we draw our curtains for today. You heard everything that has been discussed here. Please drop your comments in the comment section if you have anything to add to this. And if you're yet to subscribe to our channel, please subscribe, turn on your notification button so you get to receive our notifications. Connect with us across all our social media platforms also. My name is Obed Jerry, your host for today, and this has been the newspaper review here on TAP TV. See you next time.